Hello, I'm Chandra from Mysteries of Writing. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to press that subscribe button as I post videos about writing, the writing process, and all things writingly and bookish. So today I've got a book review for all of you guys. So as most of you may have known if you've been watching my channel, I've been reading The Shack by W.M. Paul Young. So basically it's about a family that went on a vacation and their little girl goes missing. And then there's evidence that she's been brutally murdered by someone who abducted her. Then a few years later, he receives a letter from God, and this letter invites him back to the shack where they found the evidence of his daughter's murder. So he's a little bit confused, he doesn't really understand why this happened, but he just goes out anyway to see if God really did send him a message. And then what he finds at the shack completely changes his world forever. So it is a tearjerker. It questions where is God when there's so much pain and there's so much tragedy going on in your life. And I really feel like it tackles that question well. About the writing, I think it was pretty well written, especially for a book that wasn't written for publication. I've read books that are far worse than this. Some of the descriptions in the theological part of this book were a little bit difficult to understand. So I don't know if that's part of the writing or what. Maybe just if I read it again when I'm a little bit older, I'll understand it differently and a little bit better. I think the settings were really well described. So some books, they'll just describe what you can see and there's nothing else. There's just descriptive words about sight. But this book, he really has mentioned things about like smells. It's not just about the eyesight, so I really enjoyed that about this book. I really feel like he described the emotions of this book really well. So when you find out about the little girl being murdered, you really do feel sad about it and you want to cry, and you do cry. I think he did a really good job with that. I know I've seen some reviews about this book saying that it's, you know, just a little bit too out of this world, that oh, just God decides to send him a letter and send him back to the shack and everything's great, you know, God doesn't do that, blah blah. But I think if you do read to the end of the book, you'll understand the whole plot line and there's no real plot holes. It's not some little random thing that just happened, it was thought out. I think it's the kind of book that if you're struggling with your whole relationship with God and you're struggling behind having been through a tragedy or something like that of your own, maybe this book could help you sort of find your way again. And I absolutely love the message that this book had to give. Well, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe.